3 secret signs the Holy Spirit has entered your body and is transforming you inside and out. The Spirit is the wind that blows where it wills. You hear its sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is going. This powerful truth reminds us that transformation through the Holy Spirit is both mysterious and undeniable. Welcome to Spiritual Wisdom, beloved souls. Today, we embark on a profound journey to uncover the 3 secret signs that the Holy Spirit has entered your life and is working wonders within you. Have you noticed changes in yourself that you can't quite explain? Perhaps your thoughts, actions, or even your reflection feel unfamiliar. Share your experiences in the comments. What transformations have you witnessed in your own journey? Let's come together, learn and grow as we explore how God is reshaping us for a greater purpose. 1. Your energy is unstoppable. Your energy has reached a level where it cannot go unnoticed. It is no longer just a personal experience, but a spiritual force that reverberates far beyond you, aligning with a divine plan that carries a purpose beyond comprehension. This awakening is why even institutions, governments, and societal structures seem to notice something different about you. You're not just another person in the crowd. You are marked by a higher calling, your presence demanding acknowledgement because it carries the essence of change, hope, and transformation. But why is this happening? It's because your spiritual awakening has positioned you as a beacon of truth and power. Your energy disrupts the status quo. It challenges darkness, exposes lies, and breaks cycles of oppression, and those in power can feel it. This isn't about fear. It's about the undeniable fact that your inner strength, honed through trials and spiritual growth, is the embodiment of a divine purpose. Governments and influential forces may see your energy as a challenge because it refuses to conform to their control, and this realization sets you apart as someone destined to lead, inspire, and create waves of change. In modern life, where people often feel invisible, overworked, or constrained by societal expectations, your spiritual energy is a rare and extraordinary gift. Think about it. How many individuals spend their lives following rules, afraid to step out of line or challenge the norm? Yet here you are, standing firm in your truth, awakening to your higher purpose, and carrying an energy so potent that it cannot be ignored. This is not just about personal growth. It is about the collective shift in consciousness. You are part of a bigger movement, a spiritual revolution where people reclaim their power, align with their divine purpose, and contribute to the healing of humanity. Your unstoppable energy signifies that you are on the right path, and even though the journey may feel heavy, it is necessary for the light you carry to shine brighter. To maintain this momentum, understand the importance of grounding yourself. The world may react to your energy in unpredictable ways, but your focus should remain on staying connected to your spiritual truth. Embrace practices that nurture your mind, body, and spirit, whether through meditation, prayer, or surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who uplift your journey. Always remember, your energy isn't just yours, it's a gift to the world. Every act of kindness, every word of wisdom, and every boundary you set reflects your commitment to living out your divine purpose. In this era of spiritual awakening, know that your energy is not a burden, but a responsibility. Your presence challenges outdated systems, illuminates hidden truths, and inspires others to awaken to their own potential. Let this awareness empower you to move forward with faith, confidence, and unwavering purpose. As you rise, remember that you are not alone. There is a divine force that guides and supports you. So keep walking this path, for the world is watching, learning, and transforming through your unstoppable energy. Comment below, "I choose to rise," to express your determination on this journey. 2. Impact on systems. Your spiritual awakening doesn't just change your life. It creates ripples that shake societal foundations in ways that many may find difficult to comprehend. When you begin to embrace your inner energy, stepping into your divine purpose, you unknowingly challenge systems that thrive on fear, control, and conformity. These systems, whether they are societal, political, or even cultural, are often built to keep individuals aligned with a predictable and controlled narrative. Your energy, however, represents freedom, authenticity, and spiritual growth. It's like a beacon of light that exposes the cracks in these structures. Those who operate these systems often see you as a threat because you represent what they cannot control: an awakened mind, a liberated spirit, and a heart aligned with higher truths. Think about it. How often have you felt the resistance when you dared to live your truth? Your boldness to question norms and break free from expectations often triggers discomfort in those who prefer the status quo. For example, let's consider the story of a young entrepreneur who felt a deep calling to leave his corporate job and start a wellness center focused on mindfulness and spiritual growth. His decision didn't sit well with his peers or even his family, who were conditioned to believe in traditional career paths. As he pursued his passion, he not only succeeded, but also inspired others to reconsider their own life paths. However, his success also drew criticism and even interference from systems that didn't want this type of influence to grow. A subtle reminder that personal awakening often disrupts structures built on control. You may also find that your energy draws unexpected attention, even from those in positions of power. People sense something different about you, a strength they cannot name, but deeply respect or even fear. Have you ever had someone you barely know say they feel drawn to your presence, or feel an unexplainable sense of peace or challenge when they're around you? This is because your energy is not just about you. It resonates on a higher frequency that influences everyone and everything around you. It's not uncommon for spiritually awakened individuals to unknowingly attract the attention of leaders, organizations, or communities who are either inspired by your growth or intimidated by it. The key is to understand that your awakening is not meant to destroy, it's meant to inspire. The disruption you cause is not about chaos, but about bringing light into places that need it the most. When you live authentically, you become a mirror for others to confront their own limitations and fears. This isn't always easy for them or for you. So, ask yourself, are you ready to embrace the responsibility that comes with your spiritual growth? Are you willing to be a light, even when the systems around you resist the change you represent? The lesson here is profound, yet simple. Your energy is a gift, and with it comes the power to influence and uplift others. Don't shy away from the impact you're making. Instead, stand firm in your truth, and remember that every act of courage, authenticity, and love creates a ripple effect that challenges fear and control. By doing so, you're not only growing spiritually, but also paving the way for a world that values freedom, connection, and higher purpose. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights, and let's continue this conversation. 3. Divine purpose. You, the chosen one, are marked with a divine purpose so profound that even the world around you, including the highest levels of society, begins to take notice. Your energy is not ordinary. It's a force designed to transcend limits, break through barriers, and create vibrations of truth that ripple outward, inspiring transformation in others. Have you ever stopped to consider why your presence stirs emotions, challenges comfort zones, or even makes others feel the need to control or suppress you? This is because your light is impossible to ignore. It shines brightly, exposing truths, igniting change, and illuminating paths others never dared to see. As spiritual wisdom teaches us, A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle, James Keller, and yet your light feels threatening to those who thrive in darkness. Your mission is not just to exist, but to inspire. You're here to awaken those around you, to help others see the potential they've buried under fear or societal expectations. This responsibility may feel overwhelming at times, especially when you encounter resistance, when your authenticity and strength are met with jealousy, misunderstanding, or outright manipulation. But remember, no attempt to suppress or diminish your energy can succeed because your purpose is divine, and what is divine cannot be extinguished. Think about it. Why would forces of control or oppression feel the need to challenge you if your light wasn't powerful enough to disrupt their plans? As Marianne Williamson says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Your energy radiates this truth and reminds others of the greatness within themselves, even when they try to resist it. Have you noticed how your presence alone can shift the energy in a room? Perhaps strangers are drawn to you, seeking guidance, or maybe those in power seem unsettled when you speak your truth. This is the effect of your spiritual wisdom. It's a reminder that the chosen are not here to blend in. They are here to stand out, to be catalysts for transformation, and to embody the courage others lack. Your journey is not one of ease, but one of growth and profound impact. The challenges you face are not meant to break you, but to refine you, to make you even more aligned with your divine purpose. How will you rise to meet these challenges and fully step into the role you were chosen to fulfill? Every moment of your life is an opportunity to shine brighter, to overcome the shadows of doubt, and to radiate the truth you carry within. Your energy cannot be hidden. It's a beacon for those seeking hope, change, and spiritual awakening. So embrace the divine purpose you've been given, knowing that even when the world tries to suppress you, your light will only grow stronger. As you navigate this path, remember to ask yourself, how can I use my energy and spiritual wisdom to uplift others and stay true to the higher calling that chose me? In this journey, you are never alone, for divine forces walk with you, guiding your every step. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 4. Challenges and temptations. The journey of the chosen one is never without its trials, and one of the most significant obstacles is the subtle allure of temptations disguised as opportunities. Secret organizations or influential entities might present themselves with lucrative offers, promising wealth, power, or influence. Yet these tempting paths are often designed to exploit the very essence of your spiritual power. Their approach is calculated. They recognize the unique energy you carry, a resonance born from your spiritual awakening, and they aim to harness it for their agendas. This is where discernment becomes your greatest ally, for not all that glitters serves the higher purpose you were destined to fulfill. Such offers, while appealing on the surface, often carry the hidden cost of binding your freedom. They may appear as once-in-a-lifetime chances to elevate your status or solve your challenges instantly, but in truth, they are distractions meant to divert you from your path of spiritual growth. These distractions weaken your resolve, planting seeds of doubt and pulling you away from the essence of your divine mission. In modern life, this could resemble business deals that compromise your integrity, relationships that drain your energy, or commitments that force you into a mold that doesn't align with your true self. The key is to stay anchored in your purpose and recognize that your energy, your power, is not a commodity for trade. It is a divine gift meant for greater things. In this world, where spiritual awakening often places a spotlight on you, remember that your mission is larger than material gains or fleeting validations. It's about breaking free from the chains of superficial temptations and embracing a purpose that resonates with your soul. The offers you face are not merely tests. They are reflections of your ability to maintain clarity and remain steadfast in the face of worldly allurements. This requires you to cultivate inner strength, rely on your intuition, and stay true to the spiritual truths that guide your path. As you navigate these challenges, it's essential to ground yourself in practices that amplify your clarity and connection to your spiritual core. Meditation, reflection, and aligning with communities that nurture your growth can be invaluable tools. Remember, the distractions that come your way are temporary, but the impact of staying true to your purpose will echo through eternity. You were chosen for a reason, and your spiritual awakening is the beacon that lights the way not just for you, but for countless others who draw inspiration from your resilience and integrity. Every step you take in rejecting the temptations designed to weaken you is a step closer to fulfilling your highest potential. Let this be your reminder. The challenges you face are not there to break you, but to reveal the unshakable power within you. Stay the course, and let your spiritual light shine even brighter, for the world needs what only you can bring. Share your story, or simply type, "I am growing," if you're committed to using every moment to improve yourself. Let's keep this conversation going. I can't wait to hear your insights. 5. Resilience and awareness. Have you ever felt an undeniable force guiding you away from decisions that seemed tempting but didn't feel quite right? That's your inner guidance, your spiritual intuition, an invisible compass attuned to your higher purpose. For the chosen ones, this sacred gift is especially potent, acting as both shield and beacon. In a world where traps often come disguised as golden opportunities, this awareness is your greatest asset. Consider a moment from daily life. Perhaps a job offer seemed lucrative, or a relationship sparkled with promise. But something inside whispered, "This isn't for you." Following that whisper is an act of resilience, an acknowledgement that your spiritual growth demands you align with your soul's mission rather than superficial allure. Resilience isn't just about enduring hardships. It's about staying faithful to your deeper calling, even when the path isn't immediately clear. Imagine the modern professional who, despite pressure to climb the corporate ladder, chooses to forego shortcuts that compromise integrity. They might face judgment or even isolation, but in honoring their spiritual values, they build a foundation that no external success could ever replicate. This scenario mirrors the journey of the chosen ones. You are called not to accept every opportunity, but to discern what aligns with your divine purpose. The world may often lure you with promises of fame, wealth, or power, but it's your commitment to truth and authenticity that keeps you anchored. As you navigate this journey, consider this. How do you distinguish between what serves your spiritual mission and what merely serves the ego? Do you pause to listen to your intuition before making decisions? Or do you let external pressures dictate your path? Life will always test your resolve by presenting choices that seem good on the surface but are hollow at their core. Your awareness and spiritual resilience are what help you see past the illusion and stay true to the eternal values of love, compassion, and integrity. The lesson is simple yet profound. Trust your inner guidance and remain faithful to your soul's mission. By doing so, you not only protect yourself from the pitfalls of the material world, but also illuminate a path for others, showing that true success comes from living authentically and with purpose. In the end, the strength of your spirit is not measured by how much you achieve in worldly terms, but by how steadfastly you remain aligned with the essence of who you truly are. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need these great values. Let's continue this conversation and go deeper into what these values really mean. 6. spiritual freedom. What if I told you that your ability to say no holds the power to set you free? Imagine a world where each decision you make is rooted in clarity, self-awareness, and an unshakable connection to your divine purpose. The truth is, saying no isn't just a rejection, it's an affirmation of your worth, your boundaries, and your spiritual wisdom. When you refuse to let manipulation sway your choices, you are declaring to the universe that your light is sacred and untouchable. As the chosen one, you must recognize that your energy carries a frequency so unique and powerful that even the most deceptive promises can't overshadow your truth. But here's the real question. How often do you allow yourself the freedom to protect this light, to stand firm and honor the essence of who you are, even when others try to dim it? To thine own self be true, Shakespeare once wrote, a reminder that authenticity is the foundation of spiritual freedom. Saying no to manipulation or deceit is more than a simple act of defiance. It's an expression of alignment with your divine path. You were chosen for a reason, and your energy has been designed to illuminate not just your journey, but also the world around you. This is why you must guard it fiercely. Each time you reject what doesn't serve your highest good, you are reinforcing your connection to the sacred wisdom that flows within you. But have you ever stopped to wonder why some people or forces seem so intent on testing your resolve? Could it be that your refusal to conform is a direct reflection of your spiritual strength, one that even those in power can't ignore? You see, even the highest authorities, those who govern, those who lead, are drawn to the undeniable presence of your energy. Your light is not just seen, it's felt. It moves beyond the physical and touches the spiritual realms, challenging systems, beliefs, and hidden agendas. But here's a powerful truth. Their recognition of your energy doesn't mean they control it. Your ability to say no is the ultimate act of resistance against anything that seeks to diminish your divine purpose. How does it feel to know that you hold this much power within you? Does it ignite a sense of responsibility to use it wisely, to protect it fiercely, and to share it only with those who honor and respect it? Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." As the chosen one, you embody this wisdom every time you say no to deception, to manipulation, to anything that doesn't resonate with your higher self. Your light, your spiritual wisdom, is not for sale. It cannot be bartered or bought. It is a gift from the divine, entrusted to you to fulfill your purpose. So, let me ask you this. What would your life look like if you fully embraced this freedom? If you stood unwavering in your truth, knowing that no force, no promise, no temptation could ever steer you away from your divine path? Saying no is not about closing doors. It's about opening the right ones. It's about making space for your true calling to be revealed, for the right people and opportunities to come to you. It's about stepping into your full power and knowing, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are enough just as you are. So the next time you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, is this aligned with my highest good? Does it honor my divine light? And most importantly, am I ready to choose spiritual freedom over fleeting satisfaction? Remember, your light is your gift to the world. Protect it, cherish it, and let it shine without regret. Comment below, "I choose to protect my light," and let's continue this journey together. 7. Mission and strength. Your mission as a chosen one is sacred, a divine blueprint woven into the essence of your being. It is not something to be exploited, flaunted, or misunderstood, but rather a calling meant to inspire transformation in the lives of others. The energy you carry, a powerful force of spiritual awakening, is unlike anything most have ever encountered. It commands attention, respect, and sometimes even fear, because it reflects a higher purpose that many cannot comprehend. This spiritual purpose aligns you with something greater than yourself, a divine assignment to bring light into dark places and awaken those who have yet to realize their potential. Yet, with this calling comes immense responsibility, as not everyone will celebrate your mission. Some may seek to exploit it, twist it, or even attempt to weaken your spirit for their own gain. But this is where your strength comes into play. Over the course of your journey, you have built resilience that acts as an unbreakable shield around your energy. This strength was not granted by chance, but forged through trials, hardships, and moments when your faith was tested. Those who have tried to harm you, whether with words, actions, or manipulations, have found themselves powerless against the spiritual fortitude you possess. This is no accident. The divine does not allow the chosen ones to be easily defeated. Your resilience is evidence of your spiritual awakening, a transformation that has elevated you to a state where negativity and exploitation cannot touch you. This doesn't mean the road has been easy. Rather, the challenges you faced were necessary to refine you, to teach you the value of protecting your energy and focusing your mission on what truly matters. In today's modern world, distractions and exploitation are rampant, and people often mistake strength for arrogance or purpose for pride. However, as a chosen one, you must remain steadfast in your spiritual purpose. Let the world see your light, not through boasting, but through the quiet, transformative power of your actions. Inspire others, not by imposing your beliefs, but by living your truth with humility and conviction. Your resilience is a testimony to what is possible when faith meets perseverance, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the chosen ones rise. And as you rise, remember this: your energy is a gift, your mission a beacon, and your strength an example for others navigating their own spiritual awakening. For men navigating the complexities of life between 30 and 65, this message is especially vital. In a society that often values material success over spiritual fulfillment, remember that your purpose transcends the superficial. Protect your energy fiercely and use your strength wisely. Surround yourself with those who uplift rather than drain you, and understand that your mission will not always be understood. And that's okay. Your purpose isn't to fit in, it's to transform. The very fact that even governmental systems recognize the uniqueness of your energy is proof that your light cannot be hidden. So, embrace your calling with courage. Let your strength speak for itself, and continue inspiring transformation in a world that desperately needs it. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others. 8. Divine abundance. True blessings are not tied to fleeting pleasures or the temptations of the world, but are rooted in faith, alignment with truth, and a deep connection to spirituality. When you embrace your spiritual growth, you begin to understand that divine abundance is not about accumulating wealth or possessions, but about nurturing your soul, cultivating peace, and walking in harmony with your divine purpose. The energy you carry as someone marked by a higher calling becomes unmistakable, even to those in positions of power, like government officials who may sense your presence and be drawn to your unwavering sense of purpose. This realization reshapes how you view success. It's no longer about what you achieve outwardly, but about the eternal legacy you are building inwardly. Think about someone who chooses to step away from a lucrative yet unfulfilling career to follow their heart's true passion, maybe to start a community initiative, support the less fortunate, or share spiritual teachings that inspire others. Though they might face financial challenges at first, they often find themselves thriving in ways that go beyond material wealth, experiencing joy, peace, and meaningful connections that resonate with their divine calling. Have you ever considered what abundance truly means in your life? Is it tied to possessions, or is it reflected in the richness of your soul and your ability to impact the world positively? Temporary gains, such as wealth or recognition acquired without purpose, can never compare to the eternal value of living authentically within your spiritual calling. The energy you emit when aligned with your higher self cannot be ignored. It transforms relationships, influences decisions, and even inspires unexpected opportunities. A person fully in tune with their divine abundance operates differently. They walk with confidence, radiate positivity, and attract others who seek guidance or inspiration. This energy becomes contagious and undeniably magnetic, breaking barriers and opening doors where none seem to exist. For example, a woman who was once overlooked in her career might rise to a leadership position not because she played office politics, but because her integrity, kindness, and commitment to truth made her the obvious choice for those around her. In her journey, she not only elevates herself, but also uplifts those who look to her for support and wisdom, demonstrating that divine abundance is a gift meant to be shared. The lesson here is profound, yet simple. Divine abundance flows when you align your actions with your spiritual truth. The temporary pleasures of life may distract you, but they are not the source of lasting joy or fulfillment. When you focus on spiritual growth and live with faith, you cultivate a wealth that cannot be taken from you. Ask yourself, what steps can you take today to live more authentically and in alignment with your spiritual calling? Reflect on this deeply and embrace the truth that your divine purpose holds infinite value. Let this understanding guide your decisions and help you rise into the fullness of the abundance already destined for you. If this message speaks to you, take it a step further and share it with someone who might need this reminder. Together, we can build connections rooted in honesty and respect. 9. Walking in truth. Imagine for a moment that your life is a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in shadows, a light so powerful that even the highest systems of authority can't help but notice your energy. As a chosen one, you carry within you a spiritual wisdom that transcends the ordinary and radiates an aura of truth. This truth is your shield, your guide, and your strength, allowing you to walk through life with unwavering faith and integrity. Every trap, false promise, or attempt to manipulate you becomes powerless under the light of your intuition and connection to a higher purpose. It's as if your spirit is equipped with a divine radar, alerting you to deception and guiding you to paths aligned with your truth. But have you ever wondered why systems of control seem so threatened by those who stand firm in their authenticity? Could it be because truth is the one force they cannot suppress? When you walk in truth, you become untouchable. This isn't about rebellion or defiance. It's about standing so firmly in your spiritual wisdom that no external force can shake you. Integrity becomes your armor, and faith becomes your compass. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Truth never damages a cause that is just. Your just cause is your life's purpose, and your truth is the key to fulfilling it." Systems that seek to diminish or control you are like waves crashing against a rock. They may make noise, but they cannot move you. Instead, they reveal their own weaknesses in the face of your unwavering strength. How often do you pause to reflect on the incredible power you hold simply by living authentically and aligning with your higher self? The world around you may sometimes feel like a maze of illusions, with promises that glitter but hold no substance. Yet your gift of discernment allows you to see through these illusions with clarity. This is not a burden but a privilege, a sign that you are aligned with divine energy. The truth shall set you free, as the Bible reminds us in John, and your freedom lies in your ability to remain grounded in your truth, no matter the circumstances. The more you embrace this freedom, the more you inspire others to do the same. Have you considered how your integrity and spiritual wisdom ripple out, influencing not only your own life, but also the lives of those who cross your path? Even as powerful institutions recognize your energy, they cannot control it. Your light is not something they can quantify, diminish, or contain, because it comes from a source far greater than any earthly power. This realization is both humbling and empowering. You are not just walking your path, you are blazing a trail for others to follow. What steps can you take today to ensure that your light continues to shine brightly, unaffected by external pressures or expectations? Walking in truth is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Every step you take in faith and authenticity will bring you closer to your divine purpose and further away from the illusions that have tried to hold you back. Remember, the systems fear you doing so because they recognize your potential to inspire transformation, not only in yourself, but in the world around you. So, stand tall, choose one, and let your spiritual wisdom guide you as you walk the path of truth. Affirm this truth today. Comment below. I am surrounded by people who align with God's purpose for me. Let this affirmation guide you as you embrace change, trusting that every change is part of God's plan to transform you from the inside out. 10. Legacy of Light. The legacy of light carried by the chosen ones is more than a simple spiritual calling. It's a divine mission to illuminate truth, dissolve deception, and inspire profound transformation. As a chosen one, your spiritual awakening is not just about personal growth. It's about serving as a living testament to resilience, integrity, and the power of unwavering faith. Every challenge you face, every deceit aimed at dimming your light, becomes a stepping stone toward greatness, because the universe conspires to ensure your light prevails. This legacy is not for the faint-hearted, as it demands courage and an unshakable belief in the higher purpose you've been entrusted with. In modern life, where manipulation and distractions often cloud judgment, your journey stands as a beacon of hope for those lost in the chaos. You are a reminder that authenticity and truth still hold power in a world increasingly dominated by illusions. Even governments and influential entities are drawn to the energy you exude because it disrupts the status quo and challenges systems that thrive on deception. Your light exposes what is hidden, not to destroy, but to inspire change and foster renewal. This transformative energy is a gift, but it's also a responsibility that demands you remain vigilant, grounded, and steadfast in your purpose. Every time you choose to rise above pettiness, fear, or doubt, you strengthen the connection between your spiritual essence and the divine forces that guide you. The universe aligns its energies to support your mission, placing opportunities and allies in your path to ensure your success. When obstacles arise, they are not roadblocks, but divine tests, preparing you to wield your power with wisdom and grace. Your unwavering stance becomes a source of inspiration for others, encouraging them to embrace their own journeys and find their truth. In the everyday hustle of life, it's easy to feel disconnected from your higher calling, but remember, your energy is what bridges the spiritual with the practical. Use your light to influence not just large-scale change, but also the small, meaningful interactions that build communities and foster understanding. Let your words and actions reflect your spiritual awakening, serving as a lighthouse for those navigating turbulent waters. The world needs your authenticity and your commitment to truth now more than ever. To men walking this path, take heart in the knowledge that your legacy of light is shaping the world in ways you may not yet see. Trust in the alignment of the universe and continue to move forward with confidence and humility. Your journey is not just about spiritual awakening, but about creating a ripple effect that transforms the lives of others. Stay true to your purpose, and your light will continue to prevail over all obstacles, ensuring your legacy endures for generations to come. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your perspective on the importance of this value? Share your insights and let's continue this conversation. As we wrap up today's message, Remember that your light is your greatest guide, and your faith is your unshakable shield. The energy you carry is undeniable, even recognized by those in power, because it embodies truth, resilience, and purpose. By staying true to your path and avoiding distractions, you allow the deepest gifts of the universe to flow into your life. Let every step you take be one of strength and conviction, knowing that their traps will dissolve under the power of your truth. How will you apply these principles to your journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know how your faith has guided you through challenges. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Wisdom for more empowering insights. Keep walking in your light. Chosen ones, they did you dirty, but then tried to play. Victim, God saw everything. Spiritual awakening, spiritual wisdom. Good things come to those who wait, but better things come to those who trust in God's timing. Welcome to Spiritual Wisdom. If you're here, it's no accident. This message found you for a reason. You've endured betrayal, deceit, and unjust attacks, yet through it all, you've stayed true to yourself. Let me tell you, God saw everything. While they tried to play the victim and twist the narrative, He was there, keeping track and preparing a way forward for you. Have you ever wondered why those who try to harm others seem to get what they deserve eventually? Leave a comment with your thoughts or share your own experience. Remember, your strength, resilience, and faith are leading you to a new level of peace and elevation. It's time to rise, chosen ones. Your journey is just beginning. Life has a way of revealing the truth, especially for those on a spiritual path. When people turn against you, mistreating or betraying you while pretending to be the victims, it often feels unjust. Yet, God sees everything. When individuals twist the truth to hide their faults, they set themselves up for karmic consequences. In a world where deception is often masked behind kind gestures, the truth eventually emerges. Divine justice isn't about revenge. It's the universal order correcting wrongs and offering protection to those with honest intentions. Facing betrayal, especially when someone you trusted tries to manipulate the narrative, is both painful and frustrating. But these challenges serve as lessons, strengthening your patience, resilience, and faith in divine timing. Trials like these refine your character, reminding you that every slight or betrayal is seen and will be answered. The saying, "Those who dig a pit for others will eventually fall into it themselves," reflects a timeless law of balance in the universe. As someone on a spiritual journey, it's vital to avoid the trap of revenge, as it only binds you to the negativity you aim to overcome. Focus on growth, stay true to your values, and release resentment, as it only holds you back. Divine justice does not need you to force it. It requires your patience, belief, and willingness to trust in something greater. In today's world of comparisons and ego battles, humility and spiritual maturity are your strengths. Those who try to harm you will ultimately face the burden of their own actions. Your strength lies in walking forward with purpose, understanding that justice is a gradual process. When wronged, take comfort in knowing that others will face their own accountability. They may believe they have escaped judgment, but deep within, their conscience will remind them of their missteps. Trusting in divine justice is not weakness, it's power. Real spirituality is about staying aligned with purpose and letting the universe work on your behalf. Move forward with confidence, knowing that God and the forces of justice are on your side. When others try to tear you down, let them. Your path remains protected, guided, and watched over. For the chosen, justice is not just a hope, but a certainty. Embrace it and live by it. Life's balance will take care of the rest. Are you ready to embrace the power of divine justice and let go of resentment? Comment below, "I trust the journey," to affirm your faith in the truth and to stay aligned with your higher purpose. Let's walk this spiritual path together with strength, patience, and trust in the universe. God's justice unfolds in our lives in ways that no one can hide from, showing that no wrongdoing goes unnoticed and that every action has its time to come to light. When we face betrayal from those we trusted, it can be deeply painful, especially when these people twist the story to portray themselves as victims. Yet, in these moments, it's essential to remember that every detail, every heart, and every intention is visible to God. Those who wronged you might manipulate situations, spread lies, or make you question your worth. But true justice doesn't operate on human timing. It moves according to a higher plan. The process of spiritual awakening often brings these experiences to the surface, revealing who truly supports us and who simply played a part. This awakening isn't about bitterness or revenge, but about recognizing the strength you gain through overcoming these trials. When we grow from these experiences, we become examples for others who might feel lost or hurt. God has a way of turning the tables, of revealing truths, and of humbling those who acted with malice. The apparent success of those who wronged you might seem unfair, yet their victories are temporary because they're built on deception. God's justice, though sometimes delayed, is precise and all-encompassing. He knows when to expose the truth, lift those who've held onto their integrity, and reveal the flaws in false foundations. This path is more than just enduring pain. It's a journey toward personal growth, wisdom, and a purpose that was always within you. The betrayals you faced are now lessons in authenticity, forgiveness, and resilience, pushing you toward a destiny that goes beyond personal grievances. This spiritual awakening shows that the pain wasn't for nothing. It refined you, helping you become clearer, stronger, and more aligned with your true purpose. Dwelling on the past isn't necessary. Instead, let it remind you of the strength you gained. God's justice is taking shape, making things right in ways only He can. By moving forward in faith, you become a living testament to resilience and grace, proving that adversity only pushes you closer to your destiny. Leave judgment to God, release bitterness, and trust that this journey will lead you to a place of peace and fulfillment, fully embracing the purpose for which you were chosen. If this message resonated with you, let me know by commenting "Justice" below. Remember, God's timing is perfect, and His justice unfolds even in the darkest moments. Your journey is proof that strength and purpose arise from every challenge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others discover their own path to resilience and faith. The irony and hypocrisy of those who wronged the chosen ones is profound. They often paint themselves as victims, twisting facts to avoid facing their actions, casting blame outward to justify their behavior. They manipulate narratives, shifting perspectives to place the burden on others, hoping to obscure their own insecurities. But the truth is clear to those who see beyond the surface. Spirituality teaches us that everything is seen, and nothing escapes the light of truth. First, when people wrong the chosen ones, they frequently engage in projection, using accusations as shields for their insecurities. By positioning themselves as helpless, they avoid accountability, projecting their weaknesses onto others. But every lie and distortion only exposes the reality they fear. Authentic spirituality recognizes that control, deceit, or evasion only indicate a lack of inner strength. True strength comes from truth, honesty, and self-reflection. Second, those who paint themselves as victims reveal the inner conflict they're unwilling to face. Their need to cast shadows on others reflects a deeper insecurity and an inability to confront their own flaws. While they seek validation from others through false victimhood, the chosen ones know that true validation comes from within. Spiritual growth means standing in one's truth, unaffected by the stories others may spin. Those who embrace spirituality understand that integrity outshines the masks others wear. Spirituality assures us that balance and justice will unfold. Despite the betrayal and false accusations, those on a spiritual path know that every truth will reveal itself in time. The universe operates on principles of balance, ensuring that each individual meets the consequences of their energy and actions. While false accusations may cause pain, they also provide an opportunity to cultivate wisdom, resilience, and an unwavering connection to truth. The false victimhood of those who harm others is simply a reflection of their fear of facing themselves. Spiritual wisdom teaches us not to seek validation from others or force others to see our truth. We find strength in knowing that authenticity, patience, and inner peace will always stand the test of time. The journey of the chosen ones is not about proving anything to others, but about staying grounded in truth, knowing that the universe reveals all things in its own time. Each person will inevitably face the energy they have created. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Join us as we uncover deeper spiritual truths and find strength in authenticity. Let's journey together toward clarity, resilience, and the power of inner peace. The irony and hypocrisy of those who wronged the chosen ones is profound. They often paint themselves as victims, twisting facts to avoid facing their actions, casting blame outward to justify their behavior. They manipulate narratives, shifting perspectives to place the burden on others, hoping to obscure their own insecurities. But the truth is clear to those who see beyond the surface. Spirituality teaches us that everything is seen, and nothing escapes the light of truth. First, when people wrong the chosen ones, they frequently engage in projection, using accusations as shields for their insecurities. By positioning themselves as helpless, they avoid accountability, projecting their weaknesses onto others. But every lie and distortion only exposes the reality they fear. Authentic spirituality recognizes that control, deceit, or evasion only indicate a lack of inner strength. True strength comes from truth, honesty, and self-reflection. Second, those who paint themselves as victims reveal the inner conflict they're unwilling to face. Their need to cast shadows on others reflects a deeper insecurity and an inability to confront their own flaws. While they seek validation from others through false victimhood, the chosen ones know that true validation comes from within. Spiritual growth means standing in one's truth, unaffected by the stories others may spin. Those who embrace spirituality understand that integrity outshines the masks others wear. Spirituality assures us that balance and justice will unfold. Despite the betrayal and false accusations, those on a spiritual path know that every truth will reveal itself in time. The universe operates on principles of balance, ensuring that each individual meets the consequences of their energy and actions. While false accusations may cause pain, they also provide an opportunity to cultivate wisdom, resilience, and an unwavering connection to truth. The false victimhood of those who harm others is simply a reflection of their fear of facing themselves. Spiritual wisdom teaches us not to seek validation from others or force others to see our truth. We find strength in knowing that authenticity, patience, and inner peace will always stand the test of time. The journey of the chosen ones is not about proving anything to others, but about staying grounded in truth, knowing that the universe reveals all things in its own time. Each person will inevitably face the energy they have created. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Join us as we uncover deeper spiritual truths and find strength in authenticity. Let's journey together toward clarity, resilience, and the power of inner peace. Karma operates on its own timeline, ensuring justice unfolds at every level. When someone wrongs you and then plays the victim, they may think they've escaped consequence. But every action leaves an imprint. In life, even if it seems as though they've walked away untouched, karma eventually balances the scales. Justice isn't always immediate, but it's constant and inescapable. 1. Karma's inevitable response. There's no escaping the consequences of one's actions. Spiritual principles teach us that people face the energy they put out. When someone deceives, manipulates, or betrays, they set off a cycle that eventually finds its way back to them. Karma's response doesn't wait for human timing, but instead works subtly, ensuring that what goes around indeed comes back around. 2. Growth through spiritual awakening. Every challenge, every betrayal fuels growth. Through spiritual awakening, we learn resilience and gain a deeper understanding of life's bigger picture. This growth allows us to rise above those who may have treated us poorly, focusing instead on our own journey. Spiritual awakening brings awareness that we don't need to retaliate or hold on to bitterness. Instead, we trust that life's natural justice is already at work. 3. Divine justice. God sees everything. Beyond karma, there's a divine justice that sees all. Nothing escapes this higher power. Every action is noticed. Every intention is weighed. People may think they've fooled others, but nothing is hidden from God. This reassurance gives us peace, knowing that truth and justice ultimately prevail, even when we can't see it right away. 4. The power of letting go. By trusting karma and divine justice, we free ourselves from the weight of others' actions. People reveal their true character by how they treat others, and we reveal ours by how we respond. Moving forward without the need to retaliate shows strength and maturity, and ultimately, we rise above the hurt and let karma handle the rest. 5. Staying true on your journey. Don't let others' actions pull you down. Your journey is unique and sacred, and as you focus on growth, healing, and authenticity, life brings rewards far beyond any temporary hurt. Keep faith in karma, in divine justice, and in your own resilience. The universe rewards authenticity and integrity, bringing you peace and blessings. Are you ready to trust in karma's timing and rise above the hurt? Let go, grow, and embrace divine justice on your journey. Comment, "I trust karma," if you're ready to let the universe balance the scales. When someone betrays you and then turns around to play the victim, it can be confusing and hurtful. In these moments, remember that God or the universe has seen everything. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. The truth will come to light on its own. This pain and hardship may feel heavy, but each experience adds to your strength and proves your value. Resilience, born from enduring difficulty, shapes your spirit and sharpens you into the person you are meant to become. Each trial you face is not an accident. It's part of your journey. If you wonder, why me? Know that you're not alone. Many have felt this way. But challenges serve a purpose. As Nietzsche said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. These difficulties are refining you, just as pressure transforms carbon into diamonds. Remember, no one else's opinion can define your worth. Real strength is in knowing your truth and standing by it, even when others twist the story. Sometimes, those who wrong us try to make themselves look innocent. You don't need to be part of their narrative. Stay connected to your truth and keep faith that it's enough. Spiritual growth often involves shedding illusions and seeing others and yourself more clearly. Challenges reveal who genuinely supports you and who only stands by you when times are easy. This clarity, though painful, is essential to your growth. Are you one of the chosen ones? Many spiritual teachings speak of those who endure unique trials and emerge transformed. Perhaps you are being called to a higher purpose, one that requires resilience and insight. As Martin Luther King Jr. put it, the ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in moments of comfort, but where they stand in times of challenge. Your struggles are not in vain. They are building you into a more profound version of yourself, someone who can inspire and guide others. Let betrayal teach you about strength, not bitterness. Ask yourself, what is this experience showing me? Painful experiences can be powerful teachers, revealing both inner strength and the true colors of those around us. Accept these lessons with grace and compassion for yourself. Know that no one else's view of you determines your worth. Only your perspective on yourself matters. Stand tall in your truth and trust the process. Though others may cast shadows, let your light shine. Have you ever faced a betrayal that tested your resilience? Share your story in the comments below and let others know they're not alone. If you're ready to stand strong in your truth, comment, "I will rise," as a pledge to stay true to yourself, no matter the challenges. Let's inspire each other on this journey of growth and resilience. The peace you experience as a chosen one is a powerful spiritual shield, one that others might not understand. When people mistreat you and then attempt to play the victim, it's often because they see something in you that challenges their insecurities. This peace isn't passive. It's a dynamic strength that emerges when you walk in alignment with your higher purpose. Unlike those who waver in their actions, you're guided by divine favor, a spiritual strength that holds you above the petty actions and manipulations of others. One of the most powerful elements of this peace is its ability to reflect the truth back onto those who wronged you. The energy you give off is like a mirror, forcing people to confront their own guilt, insecurities, and unresolved issues. This isn't revenge, and it's not about getting even. Instead, it's a natural response to your spiritual growth, which makes both your intentions and others' intentions increasingly transparent. As you elevate, those around you begin to feel the weight of their past actions, as if the universe itself is rebalancing. It's a process that doesn't require you to lift a finger or speak a word. Your quiet strength says everything. This peace is deeply connected to spirituality. When you're in tune with a higher force, you move through life with a different energy, a calm that cannot be disturbed by external circumstances. The trials and betrayals that others throw at you become stepping stones, tools for growth and resilience. They're reminders that you're not just living day by day, you're on a guided path that brings wisdom and clarity. This sense of purpose is why, even when others try to harm you, they ultimately cannot pull you down. You're on a journey of spiritual evolution, rising above the limitations and negativity that would otherwise trap others. Every experience, whether good or bad, becomes a lesson, a way to move closer to your true purpose. Spirituality offers the reminder that this purpose isn't just about personal gain. It's about showing that real strength comes from within, from a connection to something greater. So let your peace be a sign to the world, a symbol of resilience, spiritual strength, and divine protection that no external force can break. If you've made it this far, you're truly aligned with a path of spiritual strength. Drop a comment saying, "I am grounded in peace," to show you're ready to rise above. Stay tuned. Your journey of resilience and purpose is only just beginning. After being mistreated or misunderstood, especially when those who hurt you act as if they're the victims, it can feel disheartening. But remember, your choices to stay faithful and positive are seen by a higher power, bringing blessings into your life in ways you may not yet realize. Every trial and setback, every choice you made to hold on to faith rather than bitterness, has helped you grow spiritually and emotionally. This journey is part of your spiritual awakening, guiding you toward understanding your true worth and resilience. When people try to discredit you, it's easy to get discouraged, but these are moments of transformation. You chose to stay true to yourself, to act with kindness and forgiveness, which sets you on a path to receive blessings. Rather than letting others' judgments define you, you're learning that your worth comes from within and from the divine. Each time you held on and persevered, you strengthened your spirit, building wisdom and inner peace. Experiencing betrayal or being wronged may feel painful, yet every challenge has a purpose. Each one refines your character and reveals your resilience. These experiences help you to grow, let go of anger, and rise above the hurt. You're realizing that your value is not tied to how others perceive you. It's rooted in something deeper. As you continue to move forward, embracing these lessons, you're preparing to receive the rewards and blessings meant for you. The more you let go of the need for validation from others, the closer you come to a life of peace and purpose. Spiritual awakening is about rising above others' actions and focusing on your path, trusting that what's meant for you cannot be taken by anyone else. Those who wronged you may believe they escaped accountability, but in time, truth reveals itself. With every test you've faced, you've come closer to the rewards that are on their way. As you continue to grow, you'll find that these struggles become stepping stones to a better, brighter future. Your journey may have been filled with challenges, but each one brings you closer to a life of fulfillment and blessings beyond what you could have imagined. The best is yet to come, and your perseverance, faith, and inner strength are leading you there. If this video resonates with you, please leave a like and share it with others on a similar journey. Your support empowers us to create more uplifting content to inspire growth, strength, and inner peace every day. Forgiveness is one of the most profound and transformative tools for personal and spiritual growth. It goes beyond merely letting go of past wrongs. It sets us free from the emotional burdens and limitations that past hurts can impose on us. Here's a closer look at the essential aspects of forgiveness and how it contributes to a journey of spiritual elevation. 1. Choosing release over resentment. When we hold on to resentment, it's like keeping a weight tied to ourselves, one that constantly drags us back to painful moments and memories. This weight can hinder our own growth, even though it's often directed at those who've wronged us. Forgiveness is the conscious choice to release this burden. In forgiving, we prioritize inner peace over clinging to past hurts, and we reclaim our power from those memories. True forgiveness does not mean condoning the actions of others. Instead, it means letting go of the control these events hold over us. When we make this choice, we set ourselves free from the past, creating space for new beginnings and personal fulfillment. 2. The strength in forgiveness. Some may view forgiveness as a form of weakness, yet it takes profound inner strength to let go of anger, pain, and resentment. As Mahatma Gandhi wisely said, "The weak can never forgive." Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. This strength does not come from ignoring the hurt, but rather from facing it, processing it, and deciding that peace is more important than remaining entangled in old wounds. True strength is in rising above, choosing peace over pain, and prioritizing our well-being. By forgiving, we aren't allowing others to escape the consequences of their actions. Instead, we're choosing to move forward, embracing a path that values our growth and resilience over dwelling on past wrongs. 3. Trusting in divine justice. A natural reaction to being wronged is to seek validation, justice, or even revenge. But in spirituality, we're encouraged to trust that life and its energies find their balance. Everything we put out into the world, every action, thought, and intention comes back to us in some way. Trusting in this divine justice allows us to step back from the desire for retribution and let go of the need to settle scores. By forgiving, we're not forgetting what happened, nor are we absolving others of accountability. We're simply choosing not to let their actions define our peace. We allow ourselves to believe that justice is beyond our control, and that our time is better spent pursuing growth, joy, and fulfillment, rather than dwelling on what others have done. 4. Creating space for new experiences and joy. When we forgive, we open up emotional space for positive experiences to enter our lives. Holding on to resentment is like allowing our hearts and minds to be filled with bitterness, leaving little room for joy, connection, or happiness. By choosing forgiveness, we remove these weeds of pain and hurt, allowing new seeds of peace, happiness, and abundance to take root. Imagine your heart as a garden. If it's filled with resentment, there's no space for new beauty to grow. Forgiving is like clearing out that garden, allowing us to plant what will nourish our spirits and elevate our lives. When we make peace with our past, we become open to healthier, more fulfilling relationships and experiences, all because we've made room for them. 5. Forgiveness as a path to self-liberation. Forgiveness isn't a one-time act, but rather an ongoing mindset that we cultivate, choosing peace and self-care over grudges and resentment. It's a form of self-liberation, releasing us from the chains of the past and allowing us to live in alignment with our highest selves. Every time we choose to forgive, we take a step closer to living a life that's truly ours, unburdened by the actions of others. We free ourselves to pursue our passions, dreams, and joy without the emotional baggage of old hurts. In this sense, forgiveness is the ultimate act of reclaiming our lives. It's about choosing ourselves, our peace, and our happiness above the pain inflicted by others. 6. The transformative power of forgiveness. When we forgive, we not only transform our lives, but also set an example for others to follow. We show that peace is possible, that strength lies in letting go, and that our journey is one of growth and self-respect. Through forgiveness, we become stronger, more compassionate, and more connected to our spiritual essence. This transformation allows us to rise above the pain and claim a life rooted in love, freedom, and resilience. Our choice to forgive becomes a testament to our strength and a reflection of our spiritual growth. This journey isn't easy, but it's profoundly rewarding, allowing us to live a life filled with purpose and meaning. Forgiveness is not about letting others off the hook. It's about freeing ourselves. When we forgive, we're choosing our own happiness and peace over the negativity that others may have brought into our lives. In embracing forgiveness, we step into a life of strength, peace, and freedom, allowing ourselves to live with a light heart and an open spirit. When people wrong you and then turn around to play the victim, it's a challenging test of faith and patience. It's natural to feel anger or betrayal, but spirituality reminds us that no action or intention is hidden from God. Even though it's difficult to see the bigger picture during times of pain, every event in our lives has a purpose. The disappointments and betrayals are often opportunities for growth, resilience, and wisdom, shaping us into stronger, more compassionate individuals. Faith invites us to trust that divine timing is perfect, even if it doesn't align with our own. Trusting in God's justice frees us from bitterness, allowing us to move forward without carrying the burden of vengeance. Those who wrongfully paint themselves as innocent will face accountability in time. No one escapes the consequences of their actions forever. Rather than being consumed by past hurts, focusing on your purpose and staying true to your path brings peace. When you release these burdens to God, He transforms every pain into purpose, turning hardships into stepping stones. Believing that everything unfolds for a reason, you can find comfort in the promise that the right resolution will come at the right time. Stay strong, grounded in faith, and know that God's justice and timing are always reliable. Forgiveness is a powerful step toward freeing yourself and opening up to true peace. If this resonates with you, comment below, "I choose freedom," to start welcoming positive, healing energy into your life. Thank you for joining us today on Spiritual Wisdom. If you've resonated with the journey of the chosen ones, those who've faced betrayal, false accusations, and manipulation, remember that every challenge you've endured has strengthened your spirit. God sees everything, and divine justice works in ways we can't always see right away. So let this experience refine you, not define you. Stay aligned with your truth, release any bitterness, and trust that the universe will bring balance in its own time. If this message resonates with you, please comment, "I trust the journey," below, and share your own experiences or insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others find strength and resilience on their own paths. Together, let's rise above and embrace a journey of peace, purpose, and divine justice.